Hello and welcome back to Keldio60 Plays Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Last time we did a lot of quests in Magna Forest to get the Monado Eater and Battle Soul the Monado Eater records, as well as the advanced book for the Battle Soul ability. This time we're heading into Valak Mountain. Ooh.
Does that mean? Indeed, I do not doubt that Egil too is aware.
But it appears Pure is controlled by someone called Maynith.
Zanza must realize it is now a double-edged sword. And what reason could he have for choosing the boy? What is this? I am experiencing feelings for the boy.
Ah,
Lady Maynard.
interesting.
Vinaya, your swift repairs are appreciated. Thank you. I wish to see that boy again. To meet with the one who wields the Monado.
Ah,
The boy? But my lady, is that not... Is Egil aware of my reawakening? He is not.
ooh.
My lady wished. He knows nothing. Then, there is no need to worry. I shall meet the boy. Besides, the Monado will draw him to me.
Very interesting speak out of Maynith, the one who controls Fiora's body currently.
I know you from somewhere. Of course, I remember you. You're Jumper's little sister.
Oh no. Metalface seems to know exactly who the girl is in the mech. And welcome to Valak Mountain. A very subtle looking place. And is exactly the same as Tantal. However, not as bad. I can thankfully say I actually like Valak Mountain better than Tantal and Xenoblade 2. As it gets.
It only snows this high up on the Bionis.
Ricky hate cold.
It might be bad.
Nice for Ricky. He's from Magna.
Yeah, which is the armpit. Which is, or the back underneath the giant water ocean that is the air of sea. Like, that can't be pleasant at this point.
Formation that looks like a tower. Ruins, to be precise.
Ah.
Bigger than Big Tree in Village.
Tower in a snowy place. Why does that remind me of something in the game? 2 seconds. Sorry about that. I thought something stopped working, and it didn't. Okay. At this point, I'm no longer using expert mode. Everyone is currently at level... dang it. Did I... think I did want to use the... yeah. Because ice doesn't do, the one thing I really don't want my spells to really do, which is area effect, or guarantee the area effect. Oh, Dunban, what's yours? Oh, Demon Slayer. Yes, please. Demon Slayer, if it's the move that kills the opponent, it forces topple on all others. So there's that. A good couple of extra skills. And just so for those interested, this is about the point when I realized I had finished the entirety of the Hyentia quest line, the Hyentia book, Collectopedia page. So I figured that's an interesting tidbit. Valak Mountain has skyfish type enemies, a lot of nebulas, and very much ice. It is the snow area, so it tends to have a lot. It even has essentially the goat equivalencies to the mammoths. And do not fight near any X in this area. They're all level 98, and they have spikes. I don't know which ones. I've successfully avoided everything in this area due to you being, especially with how I'm at, what level I'm at currently. I am about 6 levels above everything in this area. Other than the X's and 3 certain enemies, I am 10 levels above every enemy that can spawn here. Besides the X's. And the 3 other enemies that I'm referring to are the 3 of the actual super bosses. I call most unique monsters super bosses. These 3 are actual super bosses, because your max level in this game can only reach level 99. The 3 enemies here reach level 100 and beyond, with the 3rd one of these reaching the highest level in the game at 120. And the map's actually showing me. I think the last time I came here, the map was having a horrible time telling me where to go. Essentially, you go straight and go straight back. It's a small drop off. It's not as here. Right here, it's not that bad of a drop off if you're not jumping. Oh, and I screwed up. Well then, ready to walk back the entire length of the area? Oops. Actually, it might have been for the best. What did you give me? Nothing. Just a lot of snowy variants of my items I don't need. Because I want to save my money for the next set of items we get in the area after here. Because the next area is, if you remember me doing the appearance stuff from one of the last set of 3 parts from Wednesday to Monday, you may remember that the appearance of Melia's staff I chose was the anti-mechon, referred to as the anti-mechon rod. The next area is where you get this weapon, as well as other anti-mechon weapons for the rest of the party. So, I am going to save my money and get those, while technically weaker than what I have equipped to everyone. it is for the better because it is actually a more powerful item. It lets me go a little more full tilt with my weapons due to. Speaking of which, did I ever re-equip Dunban? I was wondering why things were being a little worse for wear. For Dunban, I forgot to give him his more powerful, his 740 weapon back. Oops! So, rather than the glaive, I think it's a anti-mechon striker for, and does about 540. It's still weaker than what I already have equipped. However, it keeps me from having to cast enchant. Especially right now where my AP is not necessarily where I want, and skills are not necessarily where I want them to be for this point. Let's see how many let's see, by the end of the area, if I have the entire thing completed, I will laugh. Just so you know, there will be a lot of death areas. I remember actually jumping down there, so I must have been at a shorter drop height than where I was at here. Yes. I didn't go to the left. There is a landmark on the left referred to as the Mechonis Wound. You may be wondering what that means, since obviously the only wound we know of is the slice to the waist. There is actually a sword sticking out of the right shoulder of the Bionis that isn't seen from the large outcropping of it. How that works makes no sense, but it does exist. Speaking of which, I'll go collect that. And I'll just open the Collectopedia now to see. And I have almost. I've almost finished both the veggie and the animal groups, which is actually really good. As well as the strange, but I didn't include the strange for one reason. It's strange. Note, this is going to be all this type of thing, so be careful. Oh, I got a second frost glass. Oh. It is possible to walk back up. Emerald Snow, which is the nature tab. Okay, here's the next jump. If you don't want to take damage, obviously land in the water. Not this camp, but I didn't check here last time what the shop had. Oh, books. Tantrum and bedtime for Ricky. Always good for later. Okay, the first location he wants us to go to is here. We'll eventually have to go up here. In that area. So, if you think you need to scope that area out for a landmark, do so. I will not be... for this session. But Costa Aries are the goats. Actually, I think the level 100 is a mammoth. If I remember correctly, the level 100 is the mammoth type of enemy. And this is a geyser. You will talk about a certain geyser. And there is, in fact, a heart-to-heart here. But if you can guess, it probably isn't available to us. I don't remember. Oh, it is, but you need white affinity with Riki. With Shulk. And I did not do that. I will eventually because I do need to get certain items later. So it will happen. Alright. As we turn left, and as we head straight, you may notice some Thomas Ansels, and the tower, which still looks surprisingly familiar. Maybe not fully familiar. Maybe once we get in here, it will look a lot familiar. The sealed tower. Black Peony. And we are at the Herrick Chapel. At the tower?
Ruins. I wonder who built them.
Elvis? Is this the place you meant?
Appears to have frozen over.
While I have been away. Been away? Pay me no mind. We will need to do something about the ice before we can enter.
Throw hot water.
Yeah, nice one, Gene. Precisely. There should be a geyser nearby.
A geyser.
In the cave next to it, we will find a stone called magma rock.
And we can use this rock to melt the ice.
I believe so. So, shall we head to the cave?
Sounds good. Start looking for a geyser, everyone.
But, all joking aside, let's head over there. Unfortunately, this is only a location. And actually, I think that area has nothing in it. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oops. Went in the wrong section. Right up here. Like Tantal, if you played Xenoblade 2, like Tantal, this area blows for navigation. Like everywhere else is bright and colorful and you kind of know where you need to go next based on different coloring terrain. Well, yes, we're about to see a little variation in that. This area does not have any of the color coordination that the other areas do. It is literally white on black. With you being about the only you and the enemies being about the only color variation there is in this place. And while yes, both areas are gorgeous, and this one, I will stress again, is not as bad as Tantal. Tantal's for those who don't know, I had stopped playing Xenoblade 2 for about 4 weeks due to Tantal. I essentially rage quit because of Tantal. Because getting down Tantal sucks if you don't know what you're doing. And that was very early into the game's lifespan where there were no guides. Yet. So essentially I went to other areas and leveled. Because that's me when I don't know what to do. My original file of XD for the Nintendo GameCube has this issue. Had this issue because I didn't read the character name correctly and thought it was one guy and it was the other guy in the same exact building on a different floor. So I went to Mount Battle and trained my Pokemon. Trying to see what our random Pokemon ended up being here that maybe shouldn't have been. Because, you know, it had a lot of Gen 4 calls. So, let's see if this Gen 4 Pokemon's there. Okay, so you know, this fight will be a little difficult. Because Moonlight Paimon there is a unique Ether type, while the monster right in front of us, which is our target, is a site-based unique monster. And yes, both will aggro. End up aggroing you at some point. Man, this guy just likes picking on Shulk. I'm surprised the other unique monster hasn't aggroed yet. Because it did. And it sucked. I'm just about to leave, and then it's like, oh wait, and pick up the chest for this guy. And it's like, wow. Did I get the... Oh, it was a quest item and just drops after killing it. Okay. Thankfully, he did not spawn and start attacking again. But he did do that in my test file. And it's an Ether enemy. Did not have much fun. Though I did Monado Eater both of them twice. So... And I think that's the reason Eater is not as useful as, say, like Purge. Purge only uses, I think, about half of your talent art gauge to about third.
That is definitely the he looked just like the lettering on Prison Island.
If only we
Yeah.
could.
Only we could. Just walk inside. Thank you, Dunban. I think the talent art gauge takeaway for using Monado Eater is actually large.
No, it's just
I feel like I know this play. Deja vu.
I'm not sure, but
Ah, it looks like we're having... Yeah, it did look familiar. I wonder why. Is this the same place 14 years ago where his family died?
I thought I had it. I can't seem to recall.
The Monado is giving off a strange light.
What? Must be tired. Don't worry. This is Osse Tower.
Osse Tower.
Built by the High Entia to house and protect the Monado. The ceremony of seers was conducted here. It is also where the Homs found the Monado.
Ah.
Wait, you mean...
Shulk, that animation is really stiff.
So this is where the Monado was kept?
My dad took it from here.
From here?
I don't think your dad's the one who picked it up.
How have you been able to see the future? You told me you were from a long line of seers. Did you have the ability from birth? Once, I too came into... Those that are to be seers
Must touch the Monado.
chosen few receive our power.
Ah.
That is the ceremony.
Yeah, okay, Halvis. I doubt that, but, you know. What am I to question in an RPG?
Why do you think we can...
Oh, wait.
haven't really...
That's right, it's an RPG. Things that happened before will happen again. It's just the law of a role-playing game. It doesn't matter what type of role-playing game it is. If it's a role-playing game, some sort of past event will happen again.
now, therefore in principle. And there is one thing that makes possible the visualization of those predictions. You mean
The Monado.
can disrupt
Ether,
allowing you to
which
ride
means
humans
the same principle. Or,
to disrupt the future?
yeah,
With no one to control
cause and effect.
the future will never change. But what if someone...
The future would be changed.
Man, I'm sorry for distracting from the story element, but I really enjoyed the Aerith armor. Out of all the base armors in the base Xenoblade 1, I loved the design of the Aerith armor. It was one armor I always wished I could have gotten in Xeno 1 when I was playing the original version, Wii version, because yeah, I always stopped, like, as I said, like an area beforehand, and also comparatively there's no skill gem slot, so this armor kind of is useless for that. Though the Aerith Type 3 with the Aerith Type 1 definitely looks a little weird, because it's all green lights and then red. One red dot. Overhearing things, Dunban. What are your thoughts?
Good morning. Did we sleep well?
I can't feel my face or feet.
What do you think?
Why not tell truth? Rhyme snoring make Ricky think of Orluka.
Oi, I don't
Snore. Snoring jokes. Sword Valley is just at the end of this area. Dunban's questioning things, as he does. However, that is going to be it for this part. Next time, we will continue on and head to Sword Valley. But what awaits us there at the end of the area? Because, it seems that the mark is right before, and actually looks like this could be a long distance for walking, before the area transfer point. So I wonder what awaits us. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!